Hi everyone and welcome back at the travel agency. There's been quite a long break after our last trip, but we are back. And this is Turkey. Turkey is a land of endless wonders and attractions. There is so much to see and so much to do here, but in this video we'll be only focusing on three main categories: culture, history and nature. So let's get started. The country has got a rich culture which you can encounter in many ways, but one thing you definitely need to do if you come here is to visit the Turkish bazaar. It's the ultimate cultural experience, everything gathered in one place. The most famous is obviously the Grand Bazaar of Istanbul, but you can find other smaller bazaars around the country which can provide pretty much the same. And that is exactly what we did. We are currently in the town of Ayvalik, next to the seaside, and this is a classic Turkish bazaar. It's like everything you can imagine can probably be found here. After walking the bazaar, you might want to eat something, and trying out some local food is a must here because the Turkish cuisine is really amazing. Also, watching the sunset in the harbor is a great way to end the day, but we don't have time for that now because our next location is already waiting. And that is none other than Kuşadası, where you can find the second largest bazaar of the country after the one in Istanbul. It's basically a huge market with lots of shops where you're able to buy everything from original Turkish products all the way to fake clothes, shoes and watches. But it's definitely got a vibe and worth a walk, especially in the evening, because that's when the whole place comes to life. Ultimately, we can recommend looking around in smaller local markets too, like the one we visited in Selçuk. Oh, and one last thing about culture. Turkish ice cream sometimes comes with a show. Moving on to our next category, Turkey is considered to be in the top 10 countries with the richest histories by a lot of people. There are a lot of places here where you can discover and admire the heritage of the past, such as the ancient cities of Pergamon and Ephesus. Pergamon was a rich and powerful Greek city which became the capital of the kingdom of Pergamon during the Hellenistic period. It was transformed into one of the major cultural centers of the Greek world under the Attalid dynasty. Pergamon is part of the UNESCO World Heritage List since 2014. The city is centered on a 335-meter high mesa, an isolated flat-topped hill. If for nothing else, then for the view, it's worth coming up here. Ephesus was a city in ancient Greece which was built in the 10th century before the birth of Christ. The city was famous in its day for the nearby Temple of Artemis, which is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Its many monumental buildings included the Library of Celsus and a theatre capable of holding 24,000 spectators. The ruins became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2015. Our last category is nature, and Turkey is full of beautiful landscapes and natural phenomena. There are a lot of possibilities for outdoor activities which you might want to try, but the cool thing is that you don't need to plan anything special here. Whether you're heading for the beach or up in the mountains, you can always just enjoy the beauty of your surroundings. With that, this is the end of our trip. If you haven't traveled to Turkey yet, we would definitely recommend it, because this country never gets boring even after multiple times coming here. And don't worry, even with the current situations going on, Turkey is still totally safe to travel.